Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. We all know that William Ruto will be touring the US in a week's time, and Kenyans have spoken about this, and politicians have categorically spoken about this. And the latest person who spoke about this issue is GITOBU IMANYARA. It said out there that the US House Speaker Mike Johnson turned down a request by top Democrats for William Ruto to address a joint session of Congress.
Speaker Mike Johnson rejected a request by top Democrats for President Ruto to address Congress.
The U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson's Deputy Chief of Staff RAJ says the Speaker's decision not to invite Ruto to address the lawmakers was due to scheduling constraints.
So GITOBU IMANYARA believes that there are people behind the decline, and he has listed this group of people in his tweet. So I want us to go to this tweet that GITOBU IMANYARA unleashed, that has literally tried to explain the people who could have influenced that decision by the U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson to turn down that request by the Democrats. But before you do that, please like this video to enable YouTube to share it to other people who are not part of our audience. And also, you can subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before. And to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for making this channel grow. So I will take you to this tweet that GITOBU IMANYARA shared in his X handle. And he said, "What is not coming out clearly regarding the now not happening address by President William Ruto to a joint session of the U.S. Congress during his state visit to the U.S. later this month is that the decision not to extend the invitation by House Speaker was preceded by hundreds of emails from Kenyans within Kenya and in the diaspora, requesting Speaker Johnson not to extend the invitation to President Ruto on account of his disrespect of democratic governance principles set out in the Kenyan Constitution and the state capture by corruption cartels. Those faulting the Speaker's decision have no idea of what's happening in Kenya. Sadly, the American ambassador in Kenya is aiding and abetting in this criminal enterprise that rules Kenya. Respect the Constitution or perish." You know, that is a bold statement that GITOBU IMANYARA released through his X handle. And of course, this kind of tweet could not go without a reaction. So there's someone who has reacted to this tweet by GITOBU IMANYARA, someone by the name Anwar Sadat. He says, "You want the government to banish the patriots living abroad, Mzalendo. The denial by the Speaker has brought a lot of pain to those in government that if they were to know Kenyans were involved, they will never allow us to step foot in mainland." Now, you see, this story leads us to the question as whether you believe that the mails that were sent by the people in diaspora, the Kenyans diaspora, and the Kenyans living here within the country, could the emails from these two groups be the reasons why the U.S. House Speaker had to make that decision? Because it's alleged that he released that decision through his Deputy Chief of Staff in the office of the Speaker, and that is none other than RAJ. So RAJ, who is the Speaker Johnson's Deputy Chief of Staff in the office of the Speaker, delivered the following message on behalf of the Speaker. He says, "Speaker Johnson welcomes President Ruto to the capital. We have offered the Kenyan embassy over 90 minutes of engagement, including a one-on-one visit and a bipartisan leadership meeting with Speaker Johnson, Leader Jeffries and committee chairmen and ranking members, and a bicameral meeting. Unfortunately, due to scheduling restraints, we could not accommodate a request for remarks before a joint session." That is what RAJ said in his response to what is happening, because he was trying to react to the online bashing by so many people who are think to believe that the U.S. Speaker would have allowed William Ruto to continue with that statement that he was to release, So he was trying to quell that tension that was growing online. I think this is partly an embarrassment to UDA bloggers, especially Itumbi. People who've been propagating this narrative of a joint press. you know, people like Itumbi have been propagating it, and going to an extent of saying that this is the first time no other Kenyan has ever done it, you know. So if Kenyans are involved in this decision, then just like I asked, which group could this be? I believe Kenyans in the diaspora are observing what is happening in Kenya, and you know, the value and the value ideals, you know, they are of course keeping track of what's happening here, and some of them are not happy about the taxation. The truth of the matter is that the issue of taxation is the reason why they cannot be happy, because they are subjected to pay more, you know, I think, or maybe they are forced to now pay. You know, the truth of the matter is that some people, according to, you know, economists, they have been saying that some people previously were not used to paying taxes. So because William Ruto has enforced taxes, some of them feel, you know, they feel, you know, cornered. They feel they are put in a situation where they can't even breathe. So could that be the reason why even the diaspora had to write emails to the US House Speaker to deny William Ruto that audience? Could that be the reason? But GITOBU IMANYARA seems to believe that that could be the case. I don't know. But just go below the comment section and offer what you think could be the case. Because do you agree with GITOBU IMANYARA's perception or perspective? Or do you differ with him? Just tell us below the comment section. But I want to take you back to that tweet. Personally, I think that tweet carries something there that we need to talk about. GITOBU talks about those faulting the speaker's decision have no idea of what's happening in Kenya. So then what is happening in Kenya? According to GITOBU IMANYARA, he says that William Ruto is not respecting the constitution. Maybe he's talking about how he disregarded the law, the court orders. Is that the case? You know, maybe he's talking about how it was so aggressively, you know, or what is being believed that the parliament has been captured by the executive, you know, so that to an extent whereby the parliament is not operating autonomously, that the judiciary is also captured, that there are state captures. Could that be the case? He talks about corruption. Could he be talking about what is happening in the agricultural ministry, the Linturi issue, that saw Linturi being cleared in a way people could not understand? Could that be the case? And then there's issue of 5 million being given to 11 members, you know, within the committee. So some of these things, according to the tweet by GITOBU IMANYARA, some of these things seems to be the reasons why GITOBU could be making this kind of statement, because it's a very bold statement, and personally I think this statement is spot on. But what do you think? Just go below the comment section and offer your reaction regarding GITOBU IMANYARA's tweet. I would have loved to read this tweet again. It's making a lot of sense, you know, because this is how it starts. What is not coming out clearly regarding the now? Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.